I don't know how y'all feel about it, but we are going to have a convo about it. But first, and y'all saw me writing on the board. So we're going to start off. We're back to Power of Awareness with Neville Goddard. And we're going to start off with a chapter called Reverence. All right. So this is the last chapter in the book. But then the book also includes like another book within it. So this is the last chapter before we get into our awakened imagination. So when it comes to reverence, besides Nipsey's song Deep Reverence, what do y'all think of when y'all hear reverence? I looked it up. So reverence, I'm not even going to zoom in on the board, but for the word of the day, reverence, deep respect for someone or something. So a deep respect for someone or something. So put that in the back of your head as we go through this chapter. This one, the way that it starts off within the second sentence is, in my opinion, the key to life. The second sentence that I'm getting ready to read here, actually the third one, because the first one is just some scripture, but the second sentence in the actual chapter is the key to life. So let's get into it. Chapter 27, Reverence. Never wouldest thou have made anything if thou hadst not loved it. Wisdom 11:24. All right. So y'all know I got to get on I don't even know what language that's in. But let's get into the reading. So here we go. In all creation, in all eternity, in all the realms of your infinite being, the most wonderful fact is that which is stressed in the first chapter of this book. You are God. You are the I am that I am. You are consciousness. You are the creator. This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers, prophets, and mystics throughout the ages. This is the truth that you can never know intellectually. Who is this you? That is you. That it is you. John Jones or Mary Smith, is it absurd? It is the consciousness which knows that you are John Jones or Mary Smith. It is your greater self, your deeper self, your infinite being. Call it what you will. The important thing is that it is within you. It is you. It is your world. It is this fact that underlies the immutable law of assumption. It is upon this fact that your very existence is built. It is this fact that is the foundation of every chapter of this book. No, you cannot know this intellectually. You cannot debate it. You cannot substantiate it. You can only feel it. You can only be aware of it. Become aware of it. One great emotion permeates your being. You live with a perpetual feeling of reverence. The knowledge that your creator is the very self of yourself and never would have made you had he not loved you must fill your heart with devotion. Yes, with adoration. Let me read that sentence again. You live with a perpetual feeling of reverence. The knowledge that your creator is the very self of yourself and never would have made you had he not loved you must fill your heart with devotion. Yes, with adoration. One knowing glimpse of the world about you at any single instant of time is sufficient to fill you with profound awe and a feeling of worship. So, how did the second sentence go? You are God. You are God. This is something that I believe makes a lot of people uncomfortable. It's funny. I was thinking about going back to my old Instagram, which was OG_God. And one of the reasons why I got rid of it, um, people were misinterpreting it. Actually, people were misinterpreting it. They were looking at it more as like, oh, he's just putting like he's the OG God, like he's the head of OG. No, it's not what I meant. Um, Not what I meant at all. Just like I feel like my handles have always, whether it's the finesse God, and then I went to finesse God because it's like it has nothing to do with OG. That's just how I'm envisioning myself. So when I looked up the definition of God, that's when I was like, yeah, I want to strive for that. So that's why I made my Instagram OG_God. However, a lot of people get uncomfortable with it. A lot of people don't want to call themselves gods. And imagine coming from something and not being able to call yourself that. In any other situation, whoever creates us, especially in their image, we would look at ourselves as, oh, yes, my mother's a gorilla, so therefore I'm a gorilla. My mother's an alligator, so therefore I'm an alligator. In any other situation, my father's an alligator, so I have to be part alligator. We look at it in every other situation except when it comes to our God. You know, we call God our creator, but if we really believe, like for the real believers, if you really believe that God is our creator, however you conceptualize God, we would have to understand then that we are gods, right? So a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that we are gods, because what comes along with that? That means that we're in control of everything. That's a lot of responsibility that comes along with it. No, a lot of people don't want to lead. A lot of people don't want to play that leader role. And what ends up happening is, rather than accepting the powers that we have and empowering, you know, whether it's us, our younger generations, however it plays out, we instead put everything and responsibility on God. So I don't know. It's just the word. It's just the word. You take what you want from it, you know, leave what you don't want, and you know, you kind of just go from there. However, it's something for us to consider, that if we did embrace ourselves as truly regarding ourselves as gods, what difference would that make in our lives? So just wanted to share that with y'all. Now let's get to it.